How you guys doing? Hope you had a great day. Hope things went well today. So we're starting a little bit behind schedule because I had to get involved in some other stuff. So we're starting right away. Good evening, everyone. It's been a long day with so much to do, so much to look at. But I want to make sure we have this live because I plan to have this live. I make sure we talk about what we want to talk about. So please, kindly let us know where you're joining us from. Also, share this live, please. Share it to those you can share it with. Let's have a full house because what we're talking about tonight is very important. Tonight, I want to talk about what I titled You're Not Failing, the Game Just Changed. You're not failing, the game just changed. Let me start with something real. Have you ever had that moment where you're sitting there and you're thinking to yourself, I did everything right? Like you're questioning yourself, you put yourself to your own justice court. You're like, I did everything right. I went to school. I showed up. I stayed loyal. I worked hard. I tried as much as possible to be responsible. I tried to be a good person. I tried to do it the right way. I did as per the books. And still, yet, Matt, still somehow I feel behind. Somehow my results don't tally. And what makes it worse is you don't just feel behind, but you still feel like you're failing. Tonight, I want to talk to you like a real person. Hey Fred, how you doing? I want to talk to you like a real person, not an expert. All right? Not like someone who is pretending they have it all figured out. Because I don't have it all figured out too. We're all in the motion of learning. I want to talk to you like a friend over coffee. Because I need you to hear this. You're not failing. You're not failing at all. The game just changed. Hey Terry, how you doing? The game changed. And if you understand that, you will blame yourself for things that were never your fault. That like you keep on blaming yourself thinking it was your fault. It was not your fault. You're not failing. The game changed. The game changed. Listen, friend, I want you to do something right now. If you've ever felt like the world moved and you didn't get the memo, or if you've ever felt you you're working harder but you're getting less, or if you ever looked around and you thought, why does life feel harder, even more than it used to be? Why? Because friends, you're not alone. You're not alone in that sport. A lot of people are carrying quiet shame right now. A lot of people are not talking to people, but they are carrying that shame. And the shame sounds like this. Maybe I'm too old. Maybe I'm too late. I didn't start on time. Maybe I'm not smart enough. Maybe I should have started earlier. Maybe I missed my moment. Lobby family, how are you doing? Thanks for joining. But the truth is this. You did not. You did not. It's not a case of you started late. It's not a case of you're too old. It's a case of the rule have changed. And you're trying to win today's game using yesterday's instructions. It will not work out. In one of the videos where I talked about the rules, I talked about somebody trying to play soccer with the rules of hockey. It will not work out. Let me tell you something, friends. I ran into someone not too long ago, a very good person. He's hardworking. And you could see it on them, you could see it, you could tell that he's hardworking. Hey, Dark Life, how you doing? Not just stress. You could see wear and tear, You could see the weight he's carrying. And they try to smile, they try to use the smile to cover all that. The polite smile people do when they are not okay, but they want you to know that they are not, they don't want you to know that they're not okay. You know that kind of smile? And I asked, in short, how is life with you? How is life with you? And they smiled, they laughed and said, but it wasn't a laugh. It was like a survival sound. And they said something that hit me. They said something that hit me. Man, I feel like I'm doing all the things right and it's still not working. And I want you to listen carefully, my friend. That sentence is the anthem of this generation we are in. I'm doing the right things and it's still not working. That's what parents feel. That's what young people feel. That's what older people feel. Scary Maze, you make me laugh. That's what providers feel. That's what immigrants feel. That's what leaders feel. And I told this person, you're not failing. The game changed. The game has changed. And you're playing today's game with yesterday's rules. So let's talk about what the old game was. Let's talk about the old game now. The old game used to be, one, Matt, pick a path. Pick a path. You want to be a doctor, you want to be an engineer. Pick it up. Two, get trained. Matt, go to school. Go to the university, get trained. Make sure you put your head down. Be an all straight A student. Get hired. Stay loyal to your employer. Stay loyal. Maybe after 10 years, after 15 years, you move up the ladder. And you know what? You get to 65, you get to 70, you retire. That was the old order. That was the old game. That was the old order. That used to work. It worked very well. It was rinse and repeat. It worked very well. Right? That game rewarded stability. It rewarded patience. It rewarded staying put. It rewarded waiting for your turn. It rewarded keeping your head down, man, and doing what you got to do. And I'm not saying it was perfect, but it was predictable. You could tell. You could tell where you were going to. You could tell how life would turn out. You could tell. There was predictability. You could plan your life on it. You could actually go to the bank and get a loan on that plan. You could tell that was the game. That was how life used to be. You could say, if I do A, then B will happen. That was how life was. That was yesterday's plan. That was the game. But now people are doing A and B is not happening. People are following the path. They choose a path. They go to school. They keep their heads down. But hey, they're not getting employed anymore. Hey, along that path, things have broken. Some stay in the company. No company is loyal to you anymore, even when you're loyal to them. If there's a problem, you get kicked out first. People are doing A. People are following the usual path, but they're not getting the results, the predictability that used to be there. And this is messing up people's mind. That's why you see people saying, Matt, I used to go down this line, man. I hear you, Dark Life, man. I hear you, man. You see, people like, I followed the books, man. I followed what I was told to follow. I did what I was told to do. But hey, the results are not there. I'm not getting the result as they say I will get it. And it's scary. It's scary. See, friend, you're not alone. You're not alone. Like I do say, I don't have all the answers, but there's something like that. I got a fire to study, and when I study, I come here and talk about it. And I can tell you, it is breeding results. We're getting people that are coming up to say, "Hey, man, what you talked about really affected me." And if you've not subscribed to our channel, kindly hit the subscribe button. You're in a safe place. This is a no judgment zone. This is a no judgment zone, man. See, when things don't work the way we agree things are supposed to work, it messes up with your mind. You see a lot of people saying, I followed the path, man. I did what I was told to do, but I still I don't get the result. Because see, when you do the steps and the results don't come, you don't say the system is different. You say, I must be the problem. That is where I'm coming in. That is where I am coming in. That's where I'm interjecting myself to let you know that you are not the problem. And you know, when you think you're the problem, that's where the pain comes from. You start thinking, am I not good enough? You start thinking, did I miss it somewhere? The pain comes from there. Now let's talk about the new game. We've talked about the old game, right? Let's talk about the new game. The new game is not stable. The new game is dynamic. There's dynamism about the new game. There's no stability. There's no predictability that used to happen before. The new game rewards adaptability. The new game wants you to be a chameleon. You look at things, you look at what is trending, you adapt to it. The new game rewards speed of learning. So you need to understand to learn, unlearn, and relearn. That is the new game. The new game rewards visibility. Oh, if you know stuff, you don't have to stay where you are anymore. You need people to know that you know what you're doing. Gone are the days when you say, I'm going to sit here and I'm going to keep on doing my stuff and people will come find me. No. The game has changed. If you know what you're doing, you need to bring yourself to the limelight somehow. That is the new game. The new game is network strength. Who do you know? If you got a problem today, if you pick the phone, the first 5 people you will call, can they help you out? Who is in your network? The new game is all about emotional resilience. In your mind, you're stable, irrespective of the load, of the weight coming to you. The new game is all about leverage. I told you guys the other day, leverage is all about solving one problem and gaining from the problem over and over and over and over again. You don't have to do things every day. You don't have to do a reset. And I told you, if you're sticking to 9 to 5, you're actually resetting. Because every time you get that paycheck, man, that's a reset. But if you're leveraging something, you're leveraging a system, what you just have to do is you don't have to build from the scratch anymore. You just hit it once and it keeps on going. And every time you hit it, it goes. That is the new game. That is the new order. And some of you, you're not failing, man. You're not failing. You're just trying to play a new game with the old rules, with the old instincts. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. And here's what changed. Right now, number one, information is everywhere. Oh, can you remember the days when we used to go to school, when we were in grade school, when you needed to read a book, you had to go to the library, right? I don't know about you, man. It was tough. It used to be, to get to the internet, you used to go to a cyber cafe, a special built cafe to get to the internet. Back then, information was scarce. Now, information is everywhere, but attention is now scarce. Listen, friends, attention is now scarce. So what do you got to do? I did a video called Attention is Everything, right? I don't know what the title is. I think that's the title. Please check my channel. You'll see that video. If it's not there, maybe that's a new topic that's coming to my mind. Now, number 2, competition is global. Competition just changed. I used to work in the Middle East. I used to work in Abu Dhabi, in United Arab Emirates. I was working in a place where we had 132 nationals. Like, competition is global. You had people from Harvard, you have people from Stanford, you have people from everywhere in the same office. There is competition everywhere. It is now global. People now submit CVs to jobs in back as far as Saudi Arabia. People submit CVs as far as Brazil. People do that to the States. People do that to here in Canada. Competition is global now. It is stopped being what it used to be before. Before it used to be Mr. John in this same city, in this same area. Everybody knows everybody. So everybody goes to the same office. Everybody used to work in the post office. You used to work in the mines. That game is gone. That is old. That's old order, buddy. That is gone. It is a new day. The game has changed. The rule needs to change. You need to adapt. You need to adapt. The game has changed. See, skills. Number 3, skills expire faster these days. Skills. Oh, can you remember the day if your dad used to be a cobbler? It was a cobbler until he died. Or if your dad used to be a mechanic, it was a mechanic until he died. These days, it's no longer that way. Skills mutate, they change. Skills are changing. If you used to be a mechanic way back, you're thinking of everything you're thinking. Now we have electric cars. What are you going to do about electric cars? Electric cars are coming up. Cars, you have autonomous driving coming up. What are you going to do about that? Skills are changing. I work in IT. What about those of us that work in IT? A lot is changing. AI is coming in. AI is taking people's job. AI is reshaping the landscape of people's job. Skills are changing. This is the new order. This is the new game. This is not the game where you have to go to school, you sit down, everything is guaranteed. No, that is past. That is past. That is gone. And if you're living in that era and you're expecting to get things done in that era, my friend, you're living the old order on the new day. You need to wake up. You need to wake up. Number 4, in this era, stability is no longer guaranteed. Stability is no longer guaranteed. See, companies restructure. Companies are bought. There is this cannibalization that goes on. Big companies buy up small company and they fire the people and they restructure things. Industries shift. They move. Things are moving. AI is changing all workflows. People say they lost job because of AI. I say no, AI is remodeling the job landscape. I'm one of those that will tell you AI will not take all of your job. AI is changing how we work. So the best thing for you is to leverage AI to be able to stay relevant. If you're the type that is saying, hey, Matt, we don't do that. AI is evil. AI is that. Oh, it's going to make you, it's going to take you out of job. It's going to throw you out of job. Hey, petit poet, or whatever you call yourself, believe what you want to believe. That's your business. See, the ground is moving, man. The ground is moving. And if you don't understand that, you will think you're losing when really the feed just changed shape. The game just changed. The game just changed. The only person that is not changing is you. The only person that is not changing is you. So let me give you what I call the most important line of the night. Your struggle is not proof that you're broken. Your struggle is not proof that you're broken. It is proof that you're in a different era. The struggle you are going through right now doesn't mean you're broken. It simply means you're in a different era. Some of you were trained for a world that no longer exists. You're using the playbook of a system that no longer exists. You were trained to be quiet. You were trained to be loyal. You were trained to wait for recognition. Wait for recognition. You'll be recognized when your time comes. You were trained for promotion. And you were trained to wait for promotion. You were trained to wait for permission. You were trained for someone to notice you. But the world now rewards the person who can communicate. The world rewards the person who can talk. The world rewards the person who can show their value, who doesn't wait for their value to be seen. You show it, you put it on the platter and say, this is what I can do. The world rewards the person who builds connection. The world rewards the person who learns fast. You learn fast, boom, 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 you're in. The world rewards the person who pivots without shame. You say, okay, this is what I'm doing today. Oh, it's not working. I can pivot. I can make a 360 adjustment and move in the next direction without shame. That is who the world rewards. That is who the world rewards. And I know that sounds hard. I know this evening I'm hitting it, I'm giving it to you back to back real hard. But it's also good news. It's good news. If you know this channel, this is a no judgment zone. This is all about direction. This is all about growth. Because it is good news because it means you're not behind. It means you're not behind. What it means is that you're being invited to evolve. This is the invitation to evolution. You've been invited to evolve. You're not behind. Your time has not passed. You're in a new world now, so you've been invited to evolve. So let me talk about emotion a little bit. Because when I was thinking about this topic, I was like, why is it that some people think like they are failures? I was telling myself, I said, hey, Matt, this might sound too good to some people, but why is it some people think that they are failures? Why are they thinking that they are failures? The reason some people feel like they are failures is simply because they are comparing their life to another person's highlight reel. They are comparing real bills, real responsibilities, real parenting, real fatigue to somebody else's curated success. And you know what's scary? You can scroll for 7 minutes and feel like your entire life is wrong. You can be on the internet for the whole day and feel like your entire life is wrong. You can scroll and feel not attractive enough. You can keep on scrolling and you start feeling not rich enough because you see flaunted successes on the internet. You can scroll and feel not young enough because you see those people that are so young, that are walking on shiny skins. You can scroll for 5 minutes and feel not successful enough because you see somebody in a yacht somewhere. You can scroll and feel not smart enough and feel, man, I've not gone far enough. And let me tell you, friends, you don't realize what's happening, do you? Comparison doesn't just steal your joy. Comparison steals your identity. It makes you forget who you are. It steals your personality. And when you lose identity, everything feels like failure. I did a video on that on this channel. Please go hit the subscribe button and go check out the videos on this channel. I did a video on that. When you lose your identity, man, everything feels like failure. Let me talk to my providers in the house for a second. Some of you don't even know what rest feels like anymore. You don't know how to rest. You feel guilty if you won't rest. You sleep, but you don't rest. Even in your sleep, you're walking. Your mind is tossing here and there. Your mind is working. You're adding A plus B in your sleep. You're thinking about rent. You're thinking about the mortgage. You're thinking about groceries. You're thinking about tuition. You're thinking about repairs. You're thinking about debt. Oh, my kids, my parents, my spouse, my job. You're always carrying something. Always. Your mind is always busy. And the scariest part is this. You've gotten so used to carrying it that you think this is normal. You think that is normal. And then you look at your life and say, I am not winning. No, my friend, you're not winning, you're surviving. I did a video called Surviving. You learned how to survive, now use that to live. Please go watch it on my channel. See, survival is not failure, all right? Survival is not failure. No, survival is proof that you're still here. Survival is proof that you're still here. But tonight, we're not just going to survive, all right? Tonight, we're going to understand the new game so you can start building again. You can start building again. Let's get a little bit practical. If you're used to my channel, you know when you get to a point, I get to the point where I get a little bit practical. Let's add some practical things that you can do tomorrow morning. See, the old game was work harder, right? Go to school, get trained, get a job, work harder. That was the old game. The new game, work smarter with leverage. Work smarter with leverage. The old game was be loyal. Be loyal to a company, be loyal to a brand, be loyal to a community, be loyal to a church, be loyal. The new game is be valuable and adaptable. If something is not working, can you take your skills somewhere else? Can you do that? Because if the table turns around, do you know what will happen to you? Nobody thinks about your loyalty anymore. The old game was wait for opportunity. That was the old game, wait for opportunity. The new game is build opportunities. Build opportunity. Don't wait for people. Look for like-minded people. Create a great network. Use leverage. Don't sit and be waiting for opportunity anymore. That's the old game. And you're in the new era. And I know that sounds scary. What I'm saying sounds scary to some of you. Because you were raised to believe if you just keep your head down, somebody will notice you. And what if they don't? Let's think about it for a second. You've been keeping your head down for the past 10 years. You've been keeping your head down for the past 5 years. You've been keeping your head down for the past God knows how many years. What have happened to you? What if nobody notices you when you keep your head down? My friend, you're playing the old game in the new era. What if you spend 10 years waiting and nothing changes? That's not humility. That's postponement. That's self-sabotage. You're not being loyal. You're just sabotaging yourself. Because if the table turns round, nobody's going to wait for you that long. No system waits for you that long. No company is so loyal to anybody that long. See, postponement feels safe, postponement feels safe until you wake up one day and realize time has passed. While we're still here, while you're still hearing things like this, I want you to start looking into how you deal today. Are you playing today's game with yesterday's rules and expecting it to work? I'm being very real. This is a friendly conversation. This is me and you over a cup of coffee. Hey, bro, pro gaming, how you doing? Are you playing today's game with yesterday's rule? Are you in the game of soccer and you're going with the jersey of basketball? And you're thinking in your mind, you're going to play it like basketball? You won't win. There's no way you're going to win. There's no way, because the rules are different. I'm doing very well, bro. I'm doing very well. I want you to introduce something into your life. Something called systems thinking. Systems thinking. The people who win in this new game, the people who win in this new era, aren't always the smartest. No. The people who win today, they are not the smartest. No. They are the ones who have better systems, who understand systems. All right? See, motivation is not stable. That's why I don't do motivation only. I talk to people, I do motivation, but I don't do motivation only because motivation in and of itself is not stable. It's not sustainable. It's not. Energy is not stable. Feelings, emotions are not stable. But systems are what carry you when you don't feel like it. A system is how you learn. A system is how you plan. A system is how you build relationship. A system is how you manage your mind, how you manage your money, how you recover, how you create value. Systems. And if your system is outdated, Oh my God. You will feel like you're failing. You will feel like you're failing. But the truth is, your system needs an update. Hit the update button, hit the reset button. It is not your worth that is the problem. You are not the one failing. You have a system that is outdated. Hit the update button. Let's talk about the new currencies. Like I did say when I make mention of some things, the new number one currency now is attention. I did a video on that some time back. Number one currency is attention. If nobody knows you exist, if nobody know you could do what you say you could do, it is hard for opportunities to find you. If nobody knows you exist, it is hard for opportunities to find you. If number one currency now is attention, you don't have to be famous, but you have to be visible. You have to put yourself in place of visibility. I did a video where I was talking about a teacher, a good mathematics teacher in somewhere in Chihuahua in Mexico. It might be the greatest teacher when it comes to mathematics, but nobody will know him. But if that teacher can set up a camera and set up a screen and go to YouTube and teach mathematics, what he has done, he has put himself before the crowd. He has put himself before the crowd. It's now visible. It's now playing the game of attention. People now know him. People know him for what he's doing. Second currency in this new game is skill. Not degrees, not titles. Degrees and titles they were part of the old order. In this game, in this age, the second currency is skill. Skill that solves real problems. Skill that solves real life problems. That's second currency. The third one is network. I asked you before, if something happens to you, you pick up the phone. Can you call 5 people that will take you out of that problem? Can you call the first 5 people that you'll call? Will they be able to solve your problem for you? That's what networking is. It is not who you know in a fake way. It is real relationships, real trust. And the reason a lot of people feel stuck is because they're trying to build their own future with the old currency. Man, it's not going to work anymore. It's not working. They're trying to buy a 2026 life with 2006 tools. Well, I'm not judging you. I don't have the right to. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying, wake up. It's a new day. It's a new day. Let me give you a story that's going to hit someone here. There was a woman, 52 years old. She felt like a life passed by. She felt like she was living in a life that is gone. She told herself, I'm too old, man. I'm too old. And she had that same sentence some of you have right now. I wish I started earlier. I wish I know these things, right? I wish I know them 10 years ago. But one day she realized something. If she didn't start now, she was going to be 62 with the same regret. What does that mean? Whatever you don't do today, you're claiming you're too old. In 10 years' time, you're still going to have that regret with you. Why not just do it? Why not just do it? Anyway, because 10 years is going to come whether you like it or not. See, if she didn't start now, she noticed that. If she didn't start now, she'll be 62 with the same regret. And she started learning slowly. She gave herself to learning, not with pressure, but with peace. Not with shame, but with intention. And over time, she became so good at what she did, people started coming to her. People started coming to her. You know why? Do you know why it happens like that? Because the new game doesn't care how old you are. The new game doesn't care your age. The new game cares, can you solve a problem? Can you create value? Can you build trust? And I'm telling you right now, friends, you're not too late. You're just early in your next chapter. So don't close the book yet. Keep on reading it. You're not too late. You're not too late. Now, let me give you what I call steps to become. Write this down. If I were you, I would write it down or tattoo it in my mind. Number one, stop calling adaptation failure. Stop calling adaptation failure. Just because it is hard doesn't mean you're losing. It doesn't mean you're losing. Number two, identify what changed for you personally. Is it the economy that changed? Is it tech that changed things? Is it your industry that flipped? Is it your relationship that changed? Is it your habits that changed? Identify what changed for you personally. Number three, choose one skill to stack up for the next 90 days. Choose one skill to learn. Not 10, not 12, not 2, not 7, one. For example, I want to be a better communicator. Communication could be a skill you want to learn. Sales could be a skill. AI tools, using AI tools could be a skill. Project management could be a skill. Copywriting could be a skill. Content creation could be a skill. Data literacy could be a skill. Coaching, leadership could be a skill. Teach one skill you want to learn for the next 90 days. Number four, build a simple system. Build a simple system. Let's say daily, 30 minutes learning or 1 hour learning. Monthly, take one proof of work posted. Do something. Number five, become visible with proof of work. Not to impress people though, but to show reality. Become visible. Don't hide what you know. Visibility is no longer ego. This is the new age. This is the age you're living in. Visibility is no longer ego. Visibility is opportunity. Number six, protect your mind. Because this game you're in right now is mental. It has a lot to do with your mental state. If you lose your peace, you lose your pace. So protect your mind, protect your peace. If you're able to do this in the next 90 days, you would have flipped your page. See, the answers will not come out of the blue running at you. No, but it will come. You will know that things are settling in. Try this and let me know your thoughts. Let me know what you think. Now let me talk to the person who feels regret. The person thinking, I should have started 10 years ago. Listen, friend. If you started 10 years ago, you would have started with the mindset you had 10 years ago. And maybe you weren't ready then, but you are ready now. Sometimes God doesn't delay you to punish you. Sometimes you're delayed because you're being built for what you asked for. Because if you get a new game with an old character, you will destroy what you prayed for. So stop cursing the timing. Stop cursing the timing. Honor the growth. Honor the growth. Don't curse the timing. You're not too late. You're not too late. I want you to do something right now. I want you to do something right now. In your mind, wherever you are, put it in your heart. Write it somewhere you can see it. Right? I am not failing. I am adjusting. Write it somewhere you can feel it, because you can see it. Tattoo it in your heart. If you feel like, oh man, my time has passed, no. I came to tell you tonight your time has not passed. And if you're watching this replay, I want you to comment that on the video. Because some of you need to say it loud for shame to break. You need to say it loud for shame to break. You're not failing. The game changed, and now you're changing too. You're changing. Let me close with this. 10 years from now, you will either be proud that you adapted, or you'll be sad that you kept blaming yourself. 10 years from now. Because life is not going to wait, and life is not waiting. Time is not waiting. And the future is not waiting. But here's the good news, my friend. Here's the good news. You don't need to panic, okay? You don't need to panic. You just have a plan. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. You don't need to be younger. You just need to be willing. You just need to be willing. So when you feel that shame, when you feel that shame is rising again, when you feel that I'm failing feeling, I want you to remember this. You're not failing. The game changed, and so you can also change. All right. If this message spoke to you, friends, don't sit on it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button so that you know when this will come live. And also share it with someone who is quietly blaming themselves, because they might not just need criticism. This is not the time to criticize ourselves. This is the time to stand for ourselves. They might just need clarity. That's all they need. You know what? Matt loves you. Matt believes in you. And I'm going to see you in the next live. Okay? This is Matt Miller signing out. Peace. Bye for now.